Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to show you, show you my latest project that I just got done working on today. All ready for heat treatment. 220 grit finish. I've got 5 of these in the work. One of them is already at the heat treat down at Buck Knives down the street, and this one will be going down there in a week or two. But I've got 3 more that I'll be working on. Put that back over here. I'll bring you guys along for the ride. But in the meantime, I've been using my new little sanding blocks that I 3D print. And I got a pile over here. Let's see. I got different shapes, sizes. Yeah. Anyways, I've got a number of different configurations, little radius on there. Big guy with a larger radius. A couple other ones with varying shapes to them on the ends. This is the part that you put the paper on. And then I've got a couple of 3D printed little round dowels that I wrap paper around if I need to. But what I'm doing right now, sitting here at the kitchen table in my messy apartment, is I've got some of this Indasa PSA 220 grit paper. It's a whole roll. And this stuff, I started using it several years ago, and I I can't go back to anything else. But what I'm going to do here today is I've print this little particular guy right here. This is the block that I've been using to essentially sand, you know, sand the blade. And the way I've got this set up is I'm going to take a small piece of this, you wrap it around, and it's got glue on the back side. You take off the little sticky paper off the back, and it just glues to it. Well, I printed about 15 of these things, and after I got done from down in the shop today working on my latest project, I thought, you know what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to prep my workstation for next weekend when I go down to work. So I'm going to sit here, I'm going to cut a bunch of little pieces. I'm going to organize them in these little plastic cups. And then when I'm done, I'll take and throw that in there so I know what pieces go to what fixture. Some of these might not fit very well, but they'll work. And then I'll just take the whole kit and caboodle down. And then when I'm ready to sand, when I'm ready to sand, I'll be able to sit down, and I won't have to stop and cut and peel the paper off and put it on there. I'll have it all laid out. They'll already have all their pieces glued on. So when I sit down to work, it's 100% concentrating on the task. No more stop and go deal with sandpaper or anything. So this is in an attempt to make it more efficient. That's one thing. But when you're focused on sanding and you're trying not to goof up, which trust me, it's easy to do. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to disrupt my mojo to deal with a piece of sandpaper. Just put the other piece down, grab a new one, and rock on. So let me do the first one here real quick. Let's get going here. So I'm going to take, and basically we're going to cut this thing in half, and it needs to be about that long. So we're going to cut it right about here. Now I'll take the first one here just for fun. And this is the side. So as you can see here, I'm just going to cut it to where it fits. Basically cut it down the middle. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it right down the middle. I get the, shoot, I'm doing it the wrong, am I doing it the wrong way? I have it right. So like this. Cut it real quick. I'm going to go ahead and load this one up. Got a little piece of paper on the back. Get rid of that. And then what I do is I'll just sit here and hold this on the bottom. So my fingers down here, glue it down, wrap that piece over. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. So piece is stuck on there. And then when the time comes, you've probably seen the videos. I got a few videos of sanding. And you sand and sand and sand until the paper wears out. Set the block down, grab a new block. So this one here is just a tad bit too wide. I can already tell. I don't want to sit here. Maybe I'll have to redesign them. Anyways, cup, paper, and I'm going to do that to every single one of these. So I'm going to have 4, 5, 6 cups. Oh, and this is another little sanding bar that I 3D printed, kind of in an I-beam shape there. But yeah, you take the little, pretend like this is a piece of sandpaper. You just glue it on there, and you've got yourself a nice little sanding stick. And I've got, I don't know, I've probably made like 8 or 10 of these. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one too. All right, guys. That's what I got going on this afternoon. Thought I'd come in and relax for a little bit and prepare for my next weekend out in the shop. I might have another video coming here soon. Like I said, this one is all done. As far as the 220 grit sanding, I got all inside all the radiuses here. Got the spine. This part of the handle is going to be all covered, so I'm not going to bother sanding it. There's no reason to, and because it's going to get a handle. The first one, it's going to get a handle similar to that. Paracord grab. For all I know, they might all get that. I'm not quite sure. I'm basically just doing one at a time, and I'll figure out what I want to do when I get to that stage. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. My name is Luke, and hey, thanks for watching.